Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and we are back with our Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster playthrough. We've rested up, we've done a little bit of leveling, we're now level 5, it's time to do a little bit of shopping. We need some items. At least in theory, we need some items. I'd like to have some items. So let's head over here, and look, we have so much variety ahead of us. So, let's grab... We only really need potions at this point, so let's grab a couple of these. That should be good. Do we need any ethers at this point? So we have access to a lot more items than you would probably have if you were playing through the original game. And in theory, it'll help out, considering we have to deal with a copious amount of status ailments, poisons, paralysis, and various other things. Certain ones are more useful than the others, but eventually we'll save up enough money. We'll stockpile and hoard them like the typical JRPG player that we are, and we'll see how that goes. This is Cornelia, the city of dreams. Whose dreams? And what kind of dream? Is it like the American dream? Because if so, I don't want any part of it. You know, the one thing we don't do nearly enough, and somebody will have to remind me in the comments all the time, save your game. Because otherwise you'll lose all your progress. So let's go on an adventure, let's deal with apparently a crazy horse as soon as we get out here and watch him lose half his health. At least my fighters are prepared to fend off even this offensive crazy horse. Where's a normal horse when we need it? And is it just because they don't have any trains? They can't have a crazy train, they'll have a crazy horse instead. We've encountered some goblin guards. I wonder if they get paid better than the other guys to do the stuff that they do. We don't know, but we're going to try to get ourselves through this little obstacle as well. I love how the new Pixel Remaster does a lot to show very interesting different backgrounds for a lot of the diverse locations you can go through. So this is swamp. We can see the stuff from the forest, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Lovely open glade here where we can deal with this wolf, because who let the dogs out? Garland did. And it ran away. Are they afraid of me? Maybe we are the destined warriors of light. If they fear us already, we should save our game, just in case I'm getting a little too big for my britches. Alright, you're saved. I just need to take a moment and listen. Chaos Shrine has to be one of my favorite pieces in the Final Fantasy 1 soundtrack, by far. We look at this, a lovely Chaos Shrine here. Oh, we have Goblin Guards in here. I thought there was nobody hanging out. I thought it was only Garland. Garland has made friends with the goblins. Maybe we should talk about him, talk to him about interspecies relations. Maybe he can give us some tips and some pointers on how we could make friends with other species instead of having to farm them for experience. Which, well, okay, the zombies, I'm not too keen on that, so we'll just, we'll deal with them. They have this thing called, I don't know, paralysis, that some of the undead like to do. And it's something that we really don't want to deal with, so this is where our white mage is doing the work. Oh, well, if there's treasure to be had, maybe we'll stick around a little bit longer. Oh no, anybody that is arachnophobic, please look away for a moment. We should probably heal our black mage. He's looking a little beat up. It's almost like he has no armor on. But, you know, that can't possibly be what it is. Well, apparently because I mentioned arachnophobia, now they're just going to keep showing up for you poor people that are afraid of them. I am so sorry about that. Don't worry, I'll squish them as fast as we can. Mostly because I want the experience. Ooh, a ghoul. That is a nastier version of a zombie, and yeah, we don't want to bother him in his bathrobe. So, oh hey, a good amount of hit points. A couple of the levels, we only got a few hit points with our fighters, and that's kind of disappointing. So, a whole bunch of luck from. Oh, we're just gonna get nothing. At least she got 25 hit points because nothing else got better. Nice thing is, I think in theory, compared to the original game, for anybody that's unfamiliar, the original game, the actual stats for magic didn't actually work, which meant that our poor wizard kind of had to deal with raw levels as far as being able to cast and do damage with magic, because their actual stat meant to raise their magic damage didn't work. So, kind of awkward that all of that intellect and it's still added up to nothing. Thankfully now that has been resolved. These guys are giving us quite the rewards. I appreciate it. Gigas Worm. These guys, well, we don't want to stick around and see what they can do. So we'll get the boys to handle that one. See? Just like that. In we go. Oh, we need a key. Well, I don't have a thief, and the thief can't pick locks anyway, so you know how it is. Oh, I should put that hat on. We found a leather cap, and somebody can wear it. So we should probably let them wear it. Alright, let's take out this werewolf first. Thankfully, we never see it change forms into anything nastier than this. And that's probably for the best. We wouldn't want to worry about actually catching lycanthropy. That could be a problem. Or an interesting solution, depending on the situation. I have stories about that, but you'd have to ask me over on Twitch. Speaking of which, the link's down below. Alright, let's deal with these guards. It's rather entertaining as we go through, and I'll point things out. Speaking of D&D stories, I'll point out a lot of the enemies and stuff that had very heavy Dungeons & Dragons inspiration, because there is a fair number of them, and some of them are very close to being on the border of, oh hey, this was copyright infringement, but you know, it was the 80s. It was a wild time. Things were different then. A lot of these companies didn't have a legal team the size of a small town to go after other people for infringing on their things. And after a certain point, you kind of just have to let it slide. Alright, we have Echo Grass from the skeleton. Where did they have it? In fact, I don't actually want to know where they had the Echo Grass stored, nor do I want to know where they store all the money that we tend to get from the enemies that we defeat. It seems like something that we just don't want the answer to. Alright, so we've explored the outer part of the Chaos Shrine. Time to head into the main chamber, where, in theory, Our Lady, the Princess Sarah, and our dastardly fiend, the Knight Garland, hide within. Should we save our game? We can't. We'd have to leave. And we're going to. Because, as I always say, save once, save often. And here we go. Back into the Chaos Shrine. Here we go. Look, all these bats here. Are they his minions? Are they his servants? We don't know. Or are they just his pets? They could be. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Really, Garland? Do you want a kingdom that has terrible infrastructure? Wait, just a thought here. Garland, as your bid for the kingdom, would you be the one to build bridges without having to wait for 4 young heroes to show up to make an effort to do so? Making sure your kingdom has a connection to the rest of the world. Because if you're going to do a better job than he is, maybe we should just let you have it. Maybe? Who's there? The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? Well, it says right up there that your name is Garland, so I'm assuming that's who we're messing with. You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down. Well, that's okay, because our white mage and our black mage have no armor, so that shouldn't take you long. I mean, he's got, like, really good armor. It must provide some sort of benefit. Well, she can't really cast anything. Magic. We already have access to second and third level spells. We get them quite early. Let's hit him with lightning. She actually bonks pretty well. That's not bad. Comparable to our fighter. He only did 20 damage. So our mage is putting some work in. So far we don't need to heal. Let's continue with the bonk. Let's try fire this time. Let's heat up that armor and see how that goes for him. Can't seem to hit us. He's the greatest swordsman in the land. Makes me think that... And he's done. It makes us think that we could probably take over the kingdom quite easily by ourselves if he's the best they had. Just putting it out there that if we really wanted to, the kingdom could be ours. I mean, the king doesn't even build bridges. You've come to rescue me? I am Princess... Oh, maybe I should read the line. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. Words could never be enough to thank you. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please, accompany me to Castle Cornelia. We should nod our heads and away we go. It's the start of the silent protagonist era. Unfortunately. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy, or incoming conquerors, you know. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. Ahem, if I may. When darkness fails the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope for ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt as I promised. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. Go us! Wait, just a moment. This loot has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this loot as well. You'd say he looted the palace? I want you to have it. It may aid you on your journey. Well, at least we're getting some loot. I mean, the loot. If you want it, you could, here in Cornelia. No, it's nothing. You should make preparations for your journey. Restore light to the crystals. I think the princess had hots for somebody, but we don't know which one of us. Could be the very handsome warriors, the intrepid white mage, maybe the mystery of that dark face of the black mage. We don't know what they hide within. Just those yellow beady eyes staring out at us as they get pummeled because they have no armor on. Just saying. But that means we are ready to continue the next part of our journey as we leave the castle. And we see the bridge construction. Orders from His Orders from His Majesty. We're to do our part to fulfill Lucane's prophecy. In their defense, these guys are incredibly efficient. It doesn't take them long to build up and work on this bridge. I don't know exactly how long it takes them, but man, do they put in some work. Now, if they put all that effort into protecting their kingdom, like they did doing that, I don't think Garland would have been able to kidnap the princess. Just a random thought. But what do I know? What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? The 4 Warriors of Light are here. They're here in Cornelia. I mean, yeah, something like that. I don't really need anything else. So maybe we should just start heading north. And we'll find out what we find on the other side of this bridge next time on our playthrough of Final Fantasy I. Hopefully you guys enjoyed checking this out. Like and subscribe, you know, the usual spiel. If you want to see more of this, check out some of the other videos on the channel. And have fun, keep gaming, and I'll see you guys again next time.